to another Keeping Up with the Klee Kai. I hope you guys are having an amazing Thursday. Alexis didn't say hi. She's here though. She's busy, I'm guessing. I would like to say, I promised you guys that we would get the crew back in here. So of course, they're in here, except for Simba. Simba's breeding, which is kind of exciting. I know a lot of you guys are going to be wondering who, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. So, hey, what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? I cannot show, I can't read anything. If you guys are new to our live stream or to Kika's Klee Kai, welcome. My name is Desiree. My daughter is behind there running the show, and her name is Alexis. So if you are new, do me a favor and type new in the comments so that we can welcome you guys. Of course, we want to say hi to all of you, but if you are new, we are going to be giving something new to one of you guys that's new. But we're also, you guys wanted the crew in here, so it's going to be loud. He thinks he runs the show already. Come here, buddy. Where is he? There you are. You are not in charge. You're the little one. You're not in charge. We can't even talk. Okay. Oakley does not fit him. It should be more like Devil Dog. Here he goes.
Is that Nova?
That he was attacking? Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. It's just asking, is that Nova?
Oh, Nova's over here. Yes. Right here. Nova, they want to see you. Everybody's been asking about you. I can't even get my spill in first because everyone wants to know where Nova is. Where's Nova? All right, just real fast. Let me just keep going here. Can you stop? Can you stop? Can you stop? Has anyone new jumped in?
Yes.
Okay. Announce those in just a second, okay? So pay attention to that for me.
I just see one.
All right. So today we are going to talk about what you guys can expect when you guys bring home a new puppy. So what can you expect the first day, right? A lot of you want to know. A lot of you are getting a puppy soon. A lot of you are getting Siggy's puppies that are leaving this weekend. But a lot of you guys are maybe getting a puppy from somewhere else, or you're on our waiting list. And so it's always good to be prepared. So I want to go over all of that and then also give you guys some tips on some things that you can do in advance to help you prepare before you bring that puppy home. So before we jump into that, and little Missy's going to eat my clipboard. Stop eating that. I just wanted to go over some general housekeeping rules because we do have some new people or maybe people who haven't joined us in a while. So a couple of things. Ouch. If you guys have any questions, you can type the questions in the comments, but you got to do me a favor. Make sure that you type 3 question marks before and after your questions, so that way Alexis can identify them and not miss you. As chats start to come in, we will miss things if we don't see that. So if you don't type 3 question marks, we might miss you. So do me a favor and do that. If you haven't already, subscribe to our channel. Please do me a favor and take a second to hit that subscribe button so that way you are notified when we post new videos or when we go live. And then lastly, there's a little thumbs up button. If you guys can do me a favor and hit that thumbs up so that we know you are enjoying the show and also so that YouTube knows that we are doing our part and giving you guys content that you guys enjoy. All right, now, before they eat my papers.
Thank you, Stacy.
Thank you, Stacy. All right, who's new? Let's hear it.
We just have one so far, and it's Yvonne.
Hi, Yvonne. Nice to meet you. Oh, is that Yvonne? Or I think that's the new person. She just got on the waiting list if I have the right person. And so welcome to our show. I'm so glad that you got to join us today. For those of you who don't know, I have Rue, Nova, Nala. Oh, Diamond's in her crate. I forgot. Diamond wanted in her crate. Do you want out? Do you want out? All right, let me get her up. Come on. Okay, let me get her up. Let me get her up. Come on. And Diamond. All right, okay. I see you, Mommy, I see you. This is why we don't start with everybody, because it's crazy and I can't even see anything but dogs. This is Nala. For those of you guys who don't know, she is Mama's baby. And then I knocked my water over 27 times. Come. don't even know if I could leave that in here anymore. Okay, do we have any questions or can I get started?
No, you're good.
Okay. All right, so we are going to give away 2 masks today. Both of them are puppy. They're the same exact thing, I think, right? Yeah, they are. They're both little puppy faces. And so these are not something we sell. This is just something that we have specific for you guys. So we are going to give those to 1 new person and to 1 person that Alexis will pick from a super chat or a super sticker. Of course, she likes to see, of course, the donations. We love that. But we also like to see engagement. So make sure you guys do ask questions and engage and comment on things, because the more you do that, the more she's going to see your name and the more likely she is going to pick you. So we will announce that in a little while, and then you guys will, she'll tell you, and then we'll get your information if you're not on our list. All right. Alexis, you just interrupt me if
How old is Nova?
Nova is, gosh, I think she's close to 4 months now. I think she's close to 4 months. I'm not positive without looking on the calendar, but I'm pretty sure because she just got her last set of shots. All right.
Is Nova going to be a standard?
Oh, I'm not sure. I would say a mini to a small standard, but probably a mini. She's grown quite a bit, but she's not super big. Like, she looks big because Nala's so tiny, but she's not super big. She does weigh a lot because she's pretty thick. She's built like a tank. We did, by the way, send out a ton of orders, and we still have a ton of orders sitting here that we are going to be sending out. So if you guys did already get something and you want to share, make sure you put that in the comments, because we love to hear that you guys got something that we shipped you, that you ordered, and how you guys are liking it. You guys are going to kill somebody with this. I got puppies sleeping everywhere. All right, I guess I have to hold it. Okay, stop. Move. All right, ready? Can I keep going?
Catherine answered 1, and then the other one is from Stacy, and she said, "Seems like lately you've had a lot of standards and small standards, etc. How often do you have minis?"
It's really hard to really gauge that, because I can give you my estimate, but I don't know for sure what size they end up being until they're older. And a lot of times the puppies, new families don't share that information with us, so we don't always know. Unfortunately, that's not something I can really even tell you. And one time we can get, out of the same 2 parents, we can get small puppies, and then another time we can get large puppies. So it's so hard to know for sure what we are going to get. Why is it that my 2 puppies are the ones over here eating all the paper? Why?
How big is Rue versus Nala? And how big is Nala versus Simba?
So Simba is a little bit taller than Diamond, and not by much though. So he is, I don't know, 16, right around 16 inches tall. Nala is barely 13 inches tall. Rue and Diamond are both about 15 and a half inches tall, if that helps. And weights, they fluctuate. Right now, they're a little heavier. Sometimes they're a little thinner, and that's just because, watch out, buddy. It just depends on how active they are. Right now, it's been really, really hot, and so they're not as active as they are sometimes. Nova, you better be nice. Yeah, they'll get you. Remember last week I told you Nova likes to pick on the puppies? But little Oakley has decided that he's now in charge of this show. So he's telling everybody.
Mary McKenna says that she got her shirt and it is so soft with the hard eyes.
Oh, yay, I'm glad. That's Mary, I believe she won that.
She did.
Yeah, she won that from picking the right parents to the right puppies to Siggy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm going to
Lauren,
get you guys bones. Bones. Because, yes.
Lauren asked, is Nala considered a mini or a small standard?
Oh my God. Nala is a very small miniature. So
barely a mini.
Barely a mini. So real quick rundown. Toys are 13 inches and under. Miniatures are over 13 inches up to 15 inches. Standards are over 15 inches up to 17 and a half inches. Anything over 17 and a half inches oversized, which we still can get, but they're a lot rarer. We don't really see many, but we do see some once in a while. Oh my goodness.
You want me to hang your clipboard up here?
No, I need it, but they're eating everything.
You got a thumbtack. You can put it up, clip it if you need to.
Oh, okay. I think I'm gonna get everybody bones. They need bones. Rue, get over here.
Ready for the next question?
Sure.
What type of dog food do you feed, and do people who buy dogs from you keep them on the same brand of food?
So we feed ProPlan. Our adults, dogs, everybody that's an adult gets ProPlan Sport, and that's 30/20 for high performance. And then our puppies are on the Puppy Focus, and there's different flavors. So beef, chicken, I don't know if there's bison in, I think there is bison also in the Puppy. But they are on Puppy, and then they transition over once they're about a year old. Now, as far as what other people feed, I don't know. Not everybody tells me what they keep them on. We do recommend that if you do get a puppy from anybody, whoever you get your puppy from, that you keep them on the same food for a while, that you don't transition them right away, because there's already so much going on in your puppy's whole new world that you don't want to upset their tummy, and they already are stressed out on missing their parents, missing their siblings, missing the family that they've always known. So we don't recommend you do it. Some people do, but we don't recommend that you do it right away.
I'm gonna skip your question for a second, Erin. I just want to say Natasha said her iron-on looks amazing on her new pet carrier.
Oh my God! You have to send us a picture, Natasha. We want to see that.
And then Erin said, "How much does Nova weigh now? Their little Ziggy is over 9 pounds already. She's growing up so fast."
Yeah. So I haven't weighed her this week, but she's probably close to the same, probably around 9 pounds. A few weeks ago, she was at 8 pounds, so I'm guessing she's probably close to 9. Hi, babies. I'm gonna give them bones. Hold on, because I'm grabbing bones right here. Because
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you, Michelle. Can you, when you say thank you, can you tell them, like, say
A
thank you
sticker.
for? Thank you, Michelle. All right, let me grab bones real fast. That will make my life a lot better. Okay, watch out, no. Sorry, I don't know where I put them all. You can keep asking while I'm doing this.
Okay, Gina asked, "Is your stuff on Amazon?"
No, not yet, but I do have an Amazon seller account, but I have not put anything on Amazon yet because I just don't have time. I'm just barely getting everything onto our website. But soon, hopefully, that's the plan, and also on Etsy, because not everybody's on everything. So we can put them on Etsy, which I did open up a store on Etsy, and then here, bones. And then also get them on Amazon.
Thank you, Yvonne and Josh. Oh, sorry. Josh sent us a sticker, and Yvonne just sent $20.
Wow, thank you guys. You guys are awesome. So for those of you guys that are new, anytime we get a super chat or a super sticker, that money, a portion of that comes to us, which is a pretty good portion. And that money is used to buy all of the new toys and treats and fun things that we want to try, and then we share it with you guys. So like a few weeks ago, we bought this really cool little dog mat that a lot of people liked. We get almost everything on Amazon. And this thing has lots of squeakers in the ears and the tail, and it has a lot of teething rings on the sides. So it was awesome for us to get that, and then we show you guys, and if it becomes a hit, then you guys know something new that the dogs like. And so we did that. We also bought leg mats a few weeks ago, which those are a huge, huge hit. Everybody loves those as well. But we appreciate all of the support and the donations, and all of that money goes right back into this program, so we appreciate it. Here, more bones. If I give everybody bones, then guess what? It'll be quiet.
Elaine asked, which one is Nemo? He's my grand puppy.
Nemo. Oh, he's over here. Move, Roo. So right next to me, there's two grays. They're always together, and they look a lot alike. And did your sister just send your phone? Here he is. Nemo. He says, wait, they just took my bone. Let me find your bone. All right.
Rochelle asked, who are Nova's parents?
Well, Nova's adopted mom is Diamond, but Nova wasn't actually born here. There's a story behind all of that, but she came to us at a very, very young age, at 4 weeks old, and Diamond raised her. And so Diamond thinks that's her puppy. She thinks Diamond's her mom. As far as they know, that's her mom. All right, I'm going to put these up, and now I can keep going. Now it'll be quiet, and they'll leave my poop word alone. Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
Stacy asked, how are you keeping the dogs entertained all day indoors due to the air quality?
Well, they are indoors almost all of the time, but they have this amazing room. And so we have slides, we have tunnels, we have a lot of things that come in and out of this room. So that keeps them really, really busy. And then we do have a huge play yard outside that is totally covered, and it has artificial grass and it has misters. So when it is a little too hot but not really bad, they can play outside and still be in the misters, which keeps it probably like 20 degrees cooler. So, hey. That's why she has to always be watched. Here. That's because there's bones. All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
Megan said, do you plan on breeding Nala in the future?
I do. That's the plan. I could have actually bred her. She was in season a few months ago, and I could have bred her then, but I wanted to wait a little bit longer and see if she would mature a little bit more, because she's over a year and a half now, but I just wanted her to grow a little more. But yes, I don't know who yet she'll be bred to. I don't really think that far in advance. A couple of months is all I can go, but we'll see. Hopefully by the end of the year, I'll breed her.
Emily Miller asked, I know socializing is obviously huge, but which one of your mamas or dads do you think produce the best personalities? They're all so cute.
I wouldn't say that there's one particular dog that produces anything better than the other when it comes to personality and temperament, because so much of that has to do with their first 8 weeks of life in the home, not necessarily all mom dog. So just because we may have a really very social, good dog doesn't mean that her puppies are going to be that way if her puppies aren't played with and interacted with and introduced to a lot of new things. So there's so much more than just genetics. It has to do with how they're raised, what all they're introduced to. So I will say, I mean, most of our puppies, anyone you talk to, our puppies are pretty social when they leave here, regardless of who the mom and dad are.
Tanya asked, how big was Kika?
She was a mini. She was right at 14 inches, and of course when she was older, she weighed a lot more, but in her young prime days, she wasn't very big at all. She was 14 inches, about 14 inches, 14 pounds. But then towards the end, she was like 19 pounds. Don't do it. There's one right here, look. Here.
Lauren asked, how do you prevent them from becoming picky on their food? That's something I struggle with my Klee Kai now.
You know, we see that a lot. A lot of people talk about it, and there's just a lot that goes into that. It really depends on...
Thank you for the sticker, Heather.
Thank you, Heather. It depends on you guys. If you always feed the same exact food and you don't change the flavor, your puppy's going to get bored. Your dog's going to get bored of the same old things. If, in fact, you chew this one. If you are sneaking food, or somebody is sneaking food, or if they find scraps, if they find crumbs, that's also going to cause your puppy to become picky. Another reason they could be picky is if they get too many treats. So if you feed too many treats, you are just setting yourself up for failure because now they're getting full on that and they're not going to want to eat their dog food. So we don't give a lot of treats. We do give a lot of bones, but we don't give a lot of treats as our training. We use kibble. So if none of that works and your dog is still picky, then you can mix it up and add something on top like their vitamin or a topper or some gravy type things that they sell. They sell a lot of different stuff. But you don't want to do that all the time because you're still causing a problem if you do so. So we try to just feed kibble, mix up the flavor once in a while, and that's it. Nova, come here. She's gonna go to puppy jail. Come here. I'm listening.
Oh, Tanya asked, where is Naomi?
Right here. Little tiny. Honey,
Yes.
can you take her? She can have that, but not in here.
Oh, Sandy.
What?
Those leggings are awesome. Where can we find them?
Thank you, Sandy. I just made them today. This was my first attempt at it. I didn't do the best job, but I'm glad you said that because my daughter said she didn't like them. Just being honest. I almost changed because she said she didn't like them because the dogs aren't white. So after I perfect them, because this was my first attempt and I think I still have the line because I was lazy and I didn't trim it. Once I get them fixed, I'll put them on the website. But for now, this was my first try. Okay. How about one more question? Unless you get a sticker or a super chat, and then I'm going to dive into some of this.
Okay. Christine asked, what kind of new vet vitamins do you give them, powder or wafers?
I give the wafers, but some of you guys have bought the powder, and the powder works great because you could sprinkle it over their food. One thing that a few of our puppy owners did is if they forget to sprinkle it over the food, then the dogs wouldn't eat the food. So that may be a good thing or a bad thing because maybe it'll entice them to eat their food. But if you forget, then guess what? They don't want to eat their food. We use the wafers, and when they're under 5 pounds, they only get a half. So then we break that in half and then in half again, and it's pretty easy for them to chew. All right, we good? Can I go?
You said one more.
I know. I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
I
Thank you,
don't know if
Mariana.
I don't. Thank
For a
you.
sticker.
Thank you. I don't know if there's any questions with super sticker or super chat. I don't know if I said that. I probably didn't. If you guys are new and you may not know this, if you do send a super sticker or a super chat and you have a question, your question gets bumped to the top. So then we instantly will answer your question right after we finish the last question. Okay. All right. So what to expect the first day when you bring your puppy home? So I made a bunch of notes here. So let's see. That way I can keep on track. One of the first things you want to be prepared for as soon as you get home with your puppy, most of you are nowadays, especially you're driving, but even if you are flying, your puppy needs to go potty. So the first thing you should do before you bring them in and introduce them to their home, their play area, any other pets or anything is you need to let them go potty because you don't want to set them up for failure. What's going to happen is if they've had a drive, then they come in and you want to let them start smelling things, the first thing they're going to do is go pee. So before you do anything, take them potty. You should expect your puppy to be a little nervous. So of course, they're leaving their home, the scents from here, their mom, their siblings, this whole environment.
Thank you, Yvonne.
Thank you, Yvonne. And then they are being taken to a new house, new family, new smells, maybe new kids, a lot of different changes. So they're going to be nervous. That's not uncommon. And you just don't want to.
Thank you, Gina.
Thank you, Gina. You just don't want to overstimulate them. Like, give them time to adapt and acclimate themselves to all of these new smells and to their new family before everybody goes crazy over this puppy. So expect that. Everything should be okay. It's nothing to be alarmed with. If they kind of have their tail down or if they're trying to hide under their bed or under something, just give them a little bit of space. I do recommend that you have an area for them. You don't want to let them run all over your house. They should not have free run of anything but one room at a time. Okay, I talk about that in some of my other videos, but if you guys have more questions on that, we can answer that as I go through all of this stuff. Okay, so what you want to do whenever, after they've gone potty, you bring them in, one of the first things you should expect to do is introduce them to the room that you're going to have them in, right? Is it going to be gated off in like the living room? Is it gated off in a kitchen? Do they have a separate play area like this? You should have their toys, their bedding, their crate open, and let them explore that area. Let them smell everything. Let them play. You guys should interact with them in that area so that way they start to feel comfortable in that area. Hey, I like my laces. Let's not eat them. No. No, no, no. For those of you guys not sure, this is night. Okay. All right. Next.
Hey, really quick.
Yes.
I want to point out Emily and Catherine are talking about a zip-up hoodie and that they would like to help to get hoodies.
A zip-up hoodie for humans.
Yeah.
One of the things on my list to get is a hoodie for the dogs.
With matching pup hoodies.
Okay, hey, the pup hoodies is on my list, but I haven't been focusing on it because it's so hot. Although,
Emily and Catherine said that they are willing to volunteer to help.
Okay, you guys are in charge. Why don't you guys send me an email? One of you, I don't care who. Copy both of us, and then let's brainstorm. Let's come up with something because it is on my list, especially the puppy ones. But how cute would it be to have puppy and adult ones? So yeah, well, let's do it.
I just wanted to bring that to your attention.
I love it, and I'm open to all of that. And the more help I can get, the more things we can actually accomplish. So I appreciate it. What are you doing? Here's a bone. Here. See how nice it is when they all have bones? This is why I tell you guys, have lots of things to keep them busy. The last thing you want is them just chewing up your hands and your arms and your clothes and your shoes. Okay, things to expect.
I just got my grade back for my first test.
Alexis just got her grade back.
I got the high B.
Yay! What is this on?
My CNA, my first test.
Okay, so she's in her CNA class for her nursing, right? So she's going to be an RN, and she's taking all of these classes. And
I
right
want
now
a bachelor's degree.
She wants her bachelor's, but she is starting with her CNA to keep going. And her first test, she got a high B. So she's happy. Congratulations. Good job.
And 88%.
88%. Good job.
Thank
Not
you.
bad. Not bad. Okay.
Thank you, Stacy.
Thank
She has
you,
a question
Stacey.
with it.
All right, let's hear it.
I plan on taking a week off when I get my pup. When working a full-time job and having a puppy, how long should they be alone? What do you recommend for putting in a pen while you're not home?
Okay, that was a lot of question. So good job on trying to take time off when you get your puppy. That's actually one of the things I was going to talk about whenever it gets to planning. So good job on that. And as far as how long they can be alone, is that what the first part was? How long they can be
I
alone?
don't know. Everybody's saying good job to me. There's so many people.
Thank you, Zandy. I think it was. So how long they can be alone. Now, if you have them in a crate, you don't want to leave them in a crate for more than 4 hours at a time. So if you're working close to home where you can come home at lunchtime, or your neighbors or somebody can come and take care of the puppy, you can do a crate. If you are planning on putting them in a play room or play pen, then they can be in there for 8 hours. However, it's just really hard for a puppy to be in that area for that long, especially if you are trying to work on potty training. And so my recommendation is no more than 4 hours, although I realize that's not possible for everybody. So if you can, hire your neighbor's kids. Everybody's working from home. Well, not everybody. A lot of people are working from home. Kids are all at home nowadays doing schooling online. So hire your neighbor's kid to come over and play with your puppy and get them out to exercise. But worst case scenario, 4 hours in a crate. They can stay 8 hours in a pen. It's just not the best idea. And the second part was, you're gonna have to find that question.
Okay, got it. I plan on taking the week off. When working a full-time job, having a puppy, how long should they be alone?
I got that.
And what do you recommend putting them in a pen?
Oh, what do I recommend putting in there? Okay, so if you're putting them in a pen for the whole day and no one's gonna be able to come home to them, then obviously you need pee pads or a litter box. Okay, something so that they can go potty and teaches them at least to go to that area. They need to have, I wouldn't put food because you don't want to free feed. So you should not have food. They should eat and have plenty of exercise before you go to work. So that means you're getting up early because you need to not only feed them, but you need to play with them. They've slept all night. So now you have to exercise them, work with them on training, all of that stuff before you put them in that pen. And then lots of things, and feed them. And then, of course, lots of water, stuff for them to potty, and lots of things to keep them busy. So that means things that you can trust that they're not gonna choke on. So it can't be some thin bully sticks, because a thin bully stick, if they're there alone all day, they could possibly get it to be pretty small and choke on it. So nothing that can be a choking hazard. If your puppy is not destructive with their toys, then you don't have to worry about the stuffing. But as they get older, they might start destroying the toys and then they can choke on those things. So anything, like I'm gonna show you this because I just seen this right here. So this bully stick, these are the thin ones because I buy the thin ones for the puppies. But this is pretty small now. So for puppies, I pull this and I trash it. So if you see Rue, let me have this. She's chewing on these thin ones, and she's the one who got this that small. Because these puppies are too small. They can't make them this small. So you don't want to leave any of that stuff. And then that's pretty much it. Their crate, leave it open, and that's it. Now, some things that I have on my list, but I might as well talk about it now. I'm going to throw this to you, honey. Never mind, I made it in the tub. One thing to keep in mind, I just lost my train of thought. Oh, X pens. If you're putting them in a pen, if it is not a pen that has the bars like my gates and the pens that I recommend, be careful with the regular X pens that have crossbars because expect your puppy to climb. If they can, they will. They learn like cats to just climb over things, and before you know it, you're going to come home and your puppy's going to be out of that area. So that's one of the reasons why I like the pins and the gates that I use, because they're only vertical bars, so they aren't able to get their feet and climb up. Diamond, move. Your butt's right in everybody's face. They don't want to see your booty. So keep that in mind. If you are using an old school X pen, they sell tops for them. Get a top. Because you will come home one day, I guarantee it, and your puppy will have escaped. There's plenty of bones.
We are kind of racking up the questions. Can I do some?
Yes, we'll let you do 5 questions. You keep track.
That's not enough.
Wow. Okay, we'll see.
Yvonne asked, do the gray puppies get darker with age, and does a white get whiter or more beige?
So most of the grays, there's a lot of variations in the gray and whites, but most of the grays are going to darken as they get older. There are some grays that don't change very much, and that's probably going to be the ones that are really, really dark, like Rue, like these two. They're going to change. A lot of their tan's going to change, but they're not going to get They're not going. Nova's not happy. She's in puppy jail. They're not going to change as much as the lighter greens. And then as far as the whites go, what you should see on a white is that the whites are going to, they'll be pretty white still, but you might see something called, their markings, you might see like a little widow's peak, which is going to be like a really, really light or off-white color. Sometimes you'll see it, not all of them, but sometimes you'll see it on the white. So you'll start to see a little bit of the eyebrows or a little bit of the markings going up when the widow's peak. But for the most part, they stay all white. So you won't see, no, it'd be nice. You won't see any grays come through or anything like that. But sometimes you will see a little bit of cream. Okay, next.
Where do you buy the slides, and are they special for dogs?
No, so I buy the little toddler slides, and we buy them. The last few that we bought, we found them on OfferUp. So find them from somebody who's getting rid of their toddler slide. You could just buy a regular toddler slide, but I feel like it's a waste for us because we have so many dogs and they eventually chew on them that they're like $80, $100 for a slide whenever you could buy them online. Somebody's selling one for $20 or $30.
Is Nova a jet black or dilute black? It's harder to see on camera.
She's pretty dark. She is going to be a jet black because if you look at her from a distance, and she's locked up right now because she was a bad puppy, but you can't see all of her undertones coming through. So you just see all black. So that's what we would consider a jet black or just a regular black, when a dilute black is more like diamond. Come here. So you could see on Diamond here that you can see a lot of her undercoat coming through her regular coat. So when you see all of that, that's more of a dilute black where you can see all of that undercoat. The reason why you'll see on some dogs that it's all dark black and some is not is because the color of the undercoat is light or dark. If it is light, it's coming through like Diamond. If it is dark undercoat, honey, Diamond needs to go potty. Go potty.
I saw that too.
Go.
Do you want me to get her?
No. Okay. Go. Rue does too. Rue wants to go home. Go. This is up. Go. It's fine. Go. All right. Okay.
Are you ready for the next one?
Yes.
Okay.
Come on, babies. Go potty.
When will Dakota's puppies be offered?
Oh gosh. Probably not for 2 more weeks. Yeah, I would say 2 weeks.
And can you remind us of your reservations around the lepto vaccination?
Yeah, so the lepto vaccine is not something that, hey, you guys, come here. Alexis, can you go get her? She's running all over.
I asked you, you said no.
I know, but I thought she was going to go up. But now she's going through the bones. The whole tub of bones is right there. So she thinks she's going to get them all. Pups. That's Oakley. Pup. Babies, I can't talk with you.
It's your red.
I know who it is. Trust me. I know. Okay, so the lepto vaccine is not something that is going to prevent it. Sounds like an earthquake up there.
That was Ethan. He just jumped off his bed.
It is not something that is going to prevent it from happening in all cases, and there's a lot of side effects to that lepto shot. And so the only reason that you would need it is if, for one, your dog is constantly in puddles, or you take your dog to creeks and things where they could actually get contaminated. But for most of us, thank you, Natasha. For most of us, our dogs aren't just trampling through creeks and riverbeds and things where the water is pretty dirty or possibly contaminated. So the way a dog is going to get lepto is if still water has been contaminated with feces or urine from rodents. Most of us don't have that, so we don't have a whole lot to worry about. But the side effects of lepto is pretty scary, and so we stay away from it. We just had a puppy owner have their puppy get vaccinated with it and had a reaction. And it's just swelling, and it could be scary. They needed Benadryl, that type of thing. So if it's not something that you're going to be concerned with because it's not in your area, you don't take your dogs to those places, then try to avoid it. The less, the better. All right, keep going.
What size would you say is most often
Produced.
Yeah.
For us, mini and standards. We don't get as many toys as we do minis and standards. But I would say like a year and a half ago, we were getting a lot of smaller dogs. It also depends on who I'm pairing with who. And sometimes it's pretty consistent, and sometimes it's hit or miss. Okay.
Cecilia asked, what do you think are the pros and cons dog food versus human food, boiled chicken, rice, etc.?
Okay. So, dog food, human food, boiled chicken, rice, etc. Is that what you said?
Yep.
So years ago I fed raw. I liked raw, but it also depends on the dog and how many dogs. So it is really hard to feed raw to a pack of Klee Kai because it's, for one, you're dealing with raw meat, and not everybody eats on the same schedule. And we did have one dog end up getting sick from it. This breed can have liver problems, can have pancreatic problems, and if you have any of that, you need to stay away from raw. So we switched off of raw. We don't do boiled chicken. We don't home cook for our dogs. They're dogs, and we treat them like dogs, so we feed them dog food. Now, if your dog is sick and has a tummy problem or any type of diarrhea, things like that, then of course you have to feed them something that is going to help soothe all of that. And so there's exceptions to the rule. But generally speaking, we only feed kibble. We only recommend feeding kibble, hard kibble, not soft canned food, or raw if you guys are up to feeding raw. Just make sure that you are not giving your dog too much protein, too much high fat, so that they don't have any type of pancreatic problems. If you do feed raw, or if you are feeding can, or if you are feeding soft foods, make sure you give your dog a lot of natural bones because they need to be able to self-clean their teeth. And if you don't, they are not going to be able to clean their teeth, and you're going to have dental problems a lot earlier in their dog's life.
Thank you, Erica, for the sticker.
Thank you, Erica. Why are you eating my lace? Why? Okay, keep going.
Do you keep the dogs all on the same feeding schedule? What times do they eat?
Yes, everybody, puppies obviously eat more than the adults. But yes, it's between 6 and 7 in the morning. Lately it's been 7. In the summer when it gets hotter sooner, we need to feed sooner so we can get them out. But when it's winter time, then we can adjust a little bit. But usually puppies are usually eating around 7 in the morning, feed around 1 in the afternoon, and around 5 or 6 in the evening. And so, of course, our adult dogs don't eat all that many times, but everyone eats in the morning at around 7. We do not free feed. We don't recommend free feeding. We highly recommend don't free feed your dog. That's when they become picky eaters. That's whenever they decide they're going to eat when they want to eat. And it's also a lot harder for you to potty train your puppy if you free feed. All right, next.
Any tips on long car rides? We are driving 6 hours there and back to pick up our puppy.
So I would say we just had puppies go home not too long ago, and they had car rides, and they were saying how good their puppies did. So I would say you should get them out to potty and exercise. If you are picking up early in the morning, if you're coming here, I don't know who it is, but if you're coming here, then I can try to get your puppy exercise as much as possible. But a tired dog is a good dog, and a tired dog is going to be the one to sleep on the drive home. So we just had a puppy go from here to Northern California not too long ago. They literally stopped one time for a potty break on the puppy, and that was it. The rest of the time, it almost slept all of the time. So It just depends on your situation. I don't recommend that you take your puppy to regular rest stops or places that other animals go potty because you don't know what is there. You can't control the environment. So if you can't control the environment, the dog should not step ground on those environments because they're too young. They've only had one set of shots and they are very susceptible to diseases and things at that time. So, next.
Okay. Emily Miller said Kika hoodies would be great. I'm barely getting down to that.
Okay.
Do they ever not want a new vet vitamin?
No. I know. I don't know. I haven't had that problem. But you can also make it like a reward. It doesn't taste bad, so it's not that it tastes bad that they don't want it.
Yvonne asked, "Are Klee Kai good on an airplane? I work for an airline and can fly for free. I want to take my baby everywhere."
Absolutely. I mean, they want to just be with you. So wherever you are, they want to be with you. We traveled with a lot of dogs to different dog shows, and I know a lot of people who have, and so they're perfect companions. They fit under the seat. If you're a flight attendant or you work for an airlines, then you won't have a problem. They'll love it. Happy.
All right. Michelle said, "Do you ever send a blanket home with the puppy with the mom smell? Would that help to keep them calm?"
All of our puppies go home with a blanket. So they all go home with a blanket, a toy. In fact, babe, we have all the bags right here ready for Siggy's puppies. Since we're talking about what to expect, maybe I'll just go through that real fast. Quit eating my shoe. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just so happens we made these this morning, so you guys could see. So, of course, depending on who you get your puppy from or what breed or anything, it's going to be different. But for our puppies, so they all go home with a blanket. They all go home with our famous Kika Klee Kai toy. They all go home with their dog food. A sample pack of the vitamins. Tons and tons and tons of reading materials. Why would you sit on there? Huh? Whose bag is this? This is Nemo's bag. Now his bag is smashed because of nitro. So you have tons of reading materials from Trupanion to vets, vitamins to Trupanion is a pet insurance. We do not get any endorsements or anything, but Trupanion sends us a bunch of information, and so we just pass it on, but they have a lot of reading materials. You're going to get a puppy socializing checklist, which is front and back of all of the things in the first 16 weeks, 8 to 16 weeks. Thank you, Eric, that your puppy should be exposed to, and you're going to get your puppy's shop book, and their deworming schedule, their microchip. So in here is their microchip information that you guys need to register, and a lot more reading materials, and then a card from ACAOA, which is the Alaskan Klee Kai Association of America, which is our parent breed club, and then a coupon for your first bag of dog food. So that is everything that we sent home with our puppies. And there goes my note. Leave it. So, yes, that was a long question that I answered. Sorry. It was perfect opportunity because everything's sitting right here. Okay, next. Honey, can I give this back to you?
Yes.
Nemo's bag's all messed up now. I'm listening.
Okay. How many dogs do you have in your home right now, boys versus girls?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're gonna make me count? Those aren't things I keep track of. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Well,
10.
we have 5.
I'm not counting puppies yet.
Oh.
10 that are not little puppies. 10 that are ours. And
Oh, I
then
missed it.
they're all girls. Simba's not here, he's breeding. So normally he would be here. And then I don't know how many puppies we have. We have a litter of
5
6,
girls.
a litter of 5,
Well, 5
and a
girls
litter of 2.
in 1 litter.
5, 6, 7,
We have
Wait,
3.
6,
No,
7,
that would be 8. And then 9
9 girls.
as puppies.
Hey! My goodness. Who's beating who up?
Nitro, beat
Nitro.
up Ocean.
You better be a good boy. That was a lot. I don't know for sure. That is what I think is right.
What do you got?
Okay, next. Can I keep
when-
going on my stuff, or you still have a lot?
Oh, no, I still have a lot.
Okay, I gotta answer fast. You gotta keep them coming.
When would you recommend switching out of the small bullies?
Once you notice that your puppy's going through them pretty fast. So, like, if your puppy can eat through a bully stick in less than an hour, it's time to move them on. Because bully sticks should last them for a pretty good time. A couple hours at least before you have to be stressing over how much they've eaten.
I forgot what you said. Where is that rug/mat from? The one you're sitting on.
This one that I'm sitting on, well, both this one and that one are Amazon. They're just called whelping mats. So WHELPING, whelping mats.
How is Aggie doing?
She was throwing up all morning. I was getting a little worried because I was like, you can't have puppies today. I'm not ready. You can't. I'm busy. Anytime, though. She's going to have puppies real soon. Okay.
If you keep a puppy, do you rename it example Oakley?
Yes. What happened? Yes, we do. They're only named by the letter of the alphabet so that I can keep track of things. So although sometimes I do like the names that we pick and sometimes I do keep it, but for the most part, yeah, we rename them. In fact, we were just talking about that today, and I do need to come up with new names for Oakley and for Nadia because I'm not going to keep either one. So since that topic came up,
Give Braden's.
we are going to talk about it. So what the heck? You guys give your suggestions. So Nadia is a gray and white girl. I don't care what letter of the alphabet. And the boy is Oakley. He's a red and white boy. But real quick story. Oakley, his dad is Keanu. So Braden said we should name him Reeves. So then we have Keanu Reeves. So what do you guys think? I don't care. But we need to name a girl and a boy that we're keeping. So if you guys have suggestions, dump it in. Alexis will keep asking questions so I can keep going. Wait, can they see?
Yes, perfectly.
Ooh, your brother is going to knock you over because Nitro is underneath her.
Well, Nitro was in the bed originally, got out, tipped it over, and now is underneath it.
For those of you guys that were asking earlier, that's Naomi. Okay.
Okay. If you take your dog on hikes, do you think the lepto vaccine should be given?
If you take your dog on hikes where there's stagnant water, still water, a lot of possible rodents, yes. If it's fresh streams where the water's flowing and it's not just stagnant, then no.
Who is Simba breeding with?
I'm not telling you all my secrets. Hopefully he is breeding to Sassy. You guys probably don't even know who that is, see?
Yeah, they do. That's when we
should.
started doing lives.
That is when we started doing lives.
If you're here from the start, then you should know.
Yeah. And if you're not, you have to go back and watch the videos.
For those more in urban environments, how can we best protect our puppy that's not fully vaccinated?
You definitely, if you can prevent anything that you cannot control the environment on, right? So if you have regular city streets that you can walk on, fine. If everything is that rural that you have to go through dirt hills and there's coyotes and all of this craziness, you're not gonna be able to take your puppy there. So try to keep it as controlled as you can. So what I mean by that is if you don't know and you can't control it, don't take your puppy there. But if you're familiar with it and you know that there's not a lot of rodents, there's not a lot of wild animals or stray animals, then you're safe.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you, Mary. Okay,
Well, now we have to skip to her.
now we get to skip to her.
Keeping up with the Klee Kai is the best. Have you ever taken the dogs camping? If so, how was it?
Yes, so we actually took, Kika went to Sequoia, and we haven't gone camping in a while. She doesn't remember because she was little. But yes, Kika's gone to the river. She's gone camping. Kika actually is the one who taught us that she wanted to be in a crate. So it's great. They do well, especially if you already have socialized your dog to unfamiliar areas and to new people, then great. If not, and they're young, then it's a perfect opportunity to socialize. So we say the more the merrier. The more places you can take them, the better your puppy is going to be well social and well-rounded. So try to take them anywhere and everywhere. You better be nice. That was her bone.
Oh, that's cute.
What?
Sonia said for the girl Miley. That's
Miley's
cute. A lot of people like Reeves.
Okay.
Real quick, since I'm here.
Yeah.
Star, Sasha, Reeves. Reeves. A lot of people like Reeves.
Okay. Reeves it is. Braden will be happy.
There's Violet and Miley that I like.
Okay.
Those are cute.
Yeah. Perfect. All right, so Reeves, and then we'll ask everyone else on Miley or
Oh, Mary McKenna said Taz for Tasmanian Devil cartoon.
Yes.
That's
He
cute.
does need to be named Taz.
That's cute. And he's red. They're
Oh,
red.
Yeah, I like that too. Okay, guys, Reeves or Taz?
I like Taz. I think Fred would like that. I think it's cute.
Taz is cute. Honey, what do you think?
I don't know.
Oh, Ella's cute too. ELA.
Yeah, Ella's cute.
Yeah, those are cute. Okay.
Okay, we'll come back to that. I gotta keep going. Can I keep going on my list?
Hang on, one more. How is Kiara's ultrasound?
That's on my list, but that's last.
Oh, okay. Well,
Sorry.
then, sorry, Tanya.
Sorry, Tanya. It's coming though. I promise. If I don't get through this list, we're never gonna get to that. Taz. A lot of you are saying Taz. I see it.
Yeah.
Hi, Chase.
Yo! Gavin was on, Braden was on, and now Chase is on.
All right, we've got good kids. They all join and make sure they watch. I like it. All right, we'll circle back to those names if you guys can make notes. Kylie, can you make some notes on those names so we can circle back to it so I can keep going? Okay, can I keep going now?
Yeah,
Yes.
go ahead.
Okay, all right, we're going back to what to expect. So we finished off with, oh my God, we really only went to 3 things. Okay, I gotta keep going. All right, so other things to expect. Expect your puppy to have to go potty every hour, okay? So when they're awake, every hour they're awake, they gotta go potty. Every time they wake up, they gotta go potty. So it's just like us when we wake up from sleeping, we usually have to go potty. Newborn babies, how often do you change a newborn baby? So think of it that way. Every hour you guys should get your puppy out to go potty, okay? And then right when they wake up. Right when they eat, 10 to 15 minutes after they eat, expect them to have to go pee and poo, okay? Now, one thing that this breed is notorious for that a lot of people aren't familiar with is that this breed will go potty and then you'll bring them in and 5 minutes later they go potty again. That's because they weren't done. So a lot of times they'll go poop, but they're not done going poop and they'll get distracted or they just want to run back in or they just want that treat. So make sure your dog is finished. Once they go, give them 2, 3, 4, 5 more minutes, and then bring them in. One thing that you guys should do whenever you're taking your potty in and out is have them on a leash. Why? Even if it's even in your backyard, because young puppies get distracted very, very easily. And so what will happen is you're going to take your puppy outside, loose in the backyard, and a bird's going to fly by, a leaf's going to blow, they're going to see a twig, and they're going to get distracted and they're going to forget why they're outside. So when it is time to go potty, it's on a leash and straight to go potty. Once they do their deed and you do want to stay outside, then you can release them from the leash. But if you don't do that, what's going to happen? You're going to lose track of them if they have to go or they don't have to go, and they're going to be distracted. Okay? All right. You guys should expect that your puppy may not want to eat the first day. Okay, so they might not have much of an appetite. They may just turn their nose up to their food, and that's okay too. Don't be too alarmed if the first day they really aren't acting as spunky as you see them here. Because again, they don't know you. Everything is new to them, so you got to give them a little time to transition, including eating. I would not leave their food out. If they don't eat their food, you pull their food. They don't get it. You can try it again in 15 minutes or an hour, but don't just leave it out. Nala, you better be nice.
Hey, real quick.
Yes.
Krista said for Oakley, Utah, Keanu Reeves' name in Point Break. I thought it was cute.
That's cute.
Okay, carry on.
Okay. Okay. Expect them to not know what a leash and a collar is. So we don't have leashes and collars on our puppies. We definitely don't leave any collars on them because they chew them off of each other and they could hurt somebody. So they can chew them off, they could choke, they could tighten it, and then end up getting choked. So they will not, our puppies definitely will not know what a leash or a collar is, and that's something that they will have to adjust to. So expect them to be trying to get it off, trying to chew it off, trying to scratch it off, trying to eat the leash, those types of things. And it won't take long before they get used to it. So just expect that. Expect your puppy to sleep a lot, okay? Puppies sleep 16 to 18 hours a day. So if they sleep that much a day, and there's only 24 hours in a day, just think of how much they're going to sleep. Of course, as they get a little older, they're going to sleep a little less, stay up a little longer. But you're going to expect them to sleep for a long time. So don't be alarmed. Don't think your puppy's sick. Don't think there's something wrong because they're sleeping for 2 hours at a time. It's perfectly fine. It's normal. That's when they're growing. Okay. I'm going to go over one more, and then if you have a question, you can put one in.
Okay.
Expect lots and lots of crying. Crying, crying, crying. They're going to cry. They're going to whimper. They're going to scream. They're going to yap. They're going to be loud. It's just part of life. They're going to do it. Get used to it. I'm preparing you guys now. Okay? They're going to be loud. Don't give in. Expect it and ignore it. You have a question? If not, I'm going to keep going.
Oh, I have plenty.
Okay, 2 questions.
No. Mm-mm.
I have 3 pages.
Okay, well, this one's not a question, but Taz wins.
Okay.
So his name is now Taz.
Okay.
Braden said he's okay with that.
Okay.
Another thing, I'm ready for the winners whenever you are.
Okay.
And it's already 7.
Oh my god, I gotta speed up. Okay.
So, yeah. Okay, and back to the question. Sandy said, how long will the trial puppy food last for?
If you are picking up a puppy from us, which I'm assuming it's Sandy that's on our list,
It is.
it's not going to last long. So the sample pack that we give is really maybe 3 days, 4 days. So it's not a whole lot. It's enough to get them through a few days, or if you are switching your dog's food, in order to switch it, it's enough for that, but not for a long time.
Lindsay said, I think I missed the answer on Monday. How have you secured the rod with the dangly fuzzy tail so they pull on it?
Oh,
when they pull on it.
You know what? I saw that afterwards and I didn't answer you guys. Okay. all I did, I Jimmy rigged it. All I did was open up the crate door and I shoved it through one of the holes on the side of this crate. I'll turn it for you guys. And then I shoved it through this part of the gate. So through here on the other side is, I know, through here.
Well, it's high.
Oh, they can't see. Okay, so through
Can't
here.
see that either.
Oh my Lord. Wow. Okay, fine.
Through that oval.
Through the oval hole.
Right there at the top of the screen.
And then through this door, and it's just resting there because the knob on the end of the fishing pole is, I had to squeeze it through there. It's a different shape, so it won't come out unless I really, really pull. And it's just sitting up there. And so far, they haven't pulled it down. I've been lucky. Even the older dogs haven't pulled it down. But I think because it has some flex to it, so it stays.
Okay.
Hi, baby girl. How's Mama's girl?
Are you gonna bring out the small puppies?
Show them. I don't know. Can you see them up there?
Yeah.
Just show you. I'm gonna go over there. If I can get through all these questions.
You're in a bubble right now.
Okay.
So.
No, I'm not gonna go right now. I'm just saying.
No, I know, but I'm just letting you know.
Okay.
Okay.
Are they sleeping? Can you see everybody?
Oh yeah, no, they're right in the middle of the screen.
Okay. So yeah, I'll show you guys in a few minutes. We'll put them up close to the camera.
Okay. Would it be okay to have your puppy explore to use the bathroom in an area that has a lot of foot traffic throughout the day? Asking because we live in an apartment complex.
So that worries me a little bit just because they are really young. And so I do recommend a lot of new people that live in an apartment complex or a condo and there's a shared area to be really careful of that. And if you can, put something on your patio, on your balcony, short term until they've had a few sets of shots. Just because if there's a lot of traffic and you don't know, especially if your complex has a lot of animals that maybe aren't clean, then be careful. If you feel like it's very clean and all of your puppy owners that live in the neighborhood are always clean, you'll be fine. But it just depends on your area. Like, how good is it? How good are the owners?
Emily asked, my last puppy knew a few hard hand signals.
Turn it around. You could turn the camera now. Sorry.
Oh, hang on. Okay. My last puppy knew a few hand signals for commands that I made up when he was little. Any thoughts on signal training?
Yeah, I mean, they are a smart breed, so they'll pick up on any of that. I don't use any of that. The tone of my voice is all I need to do for them because they respect that and they know it. But you can definitely do hand signals if it works, but they have to be looking at you. So what if they're doing something over there and they're not looking at you? Then, of course, you have to be able to get their attention and they need to still respect your voice, the tone of your voice. Okay, can I keep going?
Hang on. Do you always have a collar on when they are home?
Not always. I do a lot because the dogs are outside a lot, but they're not always on, no.
Okay.
Especially when they have really pretty fur and we don't want it all smashing.
That was my last question for a little bit.
Okay, I'm going. I'm rushing. Okay, so we left off on expect a lot of crying. Do not let your puppy sleep for at least 2, preferably 3, but it might be hard in the beginning, 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. So it's just like a new baby. When you bring home a baby or you're babysitting a baby, they will get on their own schedule. You want to keep them up before bedtime. That way, they will hopefully sleep in their crate the first night and not scream their head off. Because why? They're going to be tired. So, bless you.
Thank you.
You're going to play with them. You're going to exercise them. You're going to teach them what the leash and the collar are, right? You're going to start using their name for their commands and introduce them to all of this stuff. All of that is going to be a lot for a puppy anyways. They're already going to be tired. But just don't let them nap for 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. Okay? That is going to help you guys with crate training. Okay. Next is you should should expect to have your crate in your bedroom on a nightstand somewhere high so that your puppy can see you and you can see them. Why? Because your puppy is not going to sleep through the night at 8 weeks, most likely. There's few occasions where that happens, but most of the time they don't. Now, a really, really tired dog may, but you want to be able to hear if they need to get up and go potty, which they should. Also, they need to know that you're there and that they feel secure. If they feel secure and they know you're right there and they feel comfortable, they're less likely to be screaming all night. Okay? So expect to do that. Hi, Papa, what are you doing? You should expect to wake up at least once at night. So usually between 1 and 3 in the morning, you're gonna need to get your puppy out to go potty. Now, you should have a schedule, so you're gonna need to learn your puppy's schedule, especially if we're in California and you're in New York and there's a whole different time zone. They're going to be on a different schedule than what you're used to. So the first few days is really important. By the way, I found this new app and I forgot to write it down. I need to write that down and send it to everybody. There's an app that will help you guys keep a schedule of your puppy. It's really cool. It's free too. So when I get that, I'm gonna send it to everybody. Maybe I'll share it next week too. I forgot. Just remembered. So expect your puppy to at least wake up once at night and then start making notes. So is it between 1 and 2 in the morning? Is it between 2 and 3 in the morning? And that way you'll kind of have an idea and you don't sleep through it, because if your puppy doesn't get out and you guys don't hear them or they're not making enough sound for you, they're going to start to learn that it's okay to potty in their crate. Now, usually, like 80% of the time, if you have a small crate, which if you guys watched any of my videos on crate training, small crate to start off with. Most puppies leave here 5 pounds and less. So you shouldn't have a big crate like this. You guys should have a little tiny cat crate. So it shouldn't be for anything more than 10 pounds. Because why? Your puppy usually is not going to potty where they sleep. But if they have enough space to potty in one area and sleep in another, they're going to do that. And then it's just harder to potty train your puppy because they think it's okay. So expect to wake up at least once at night. Keep a schedule of what times they're going potty. Because another thing, if you're taking your puppy out and they didn't go potty, they didn't go poop, and they should have because you know their schedule, then you know to take them back out in 5 to 10 minutes so that they don't have an accident inside. If you forget and you don't know, or multiple people are in the house and you don't know if whenever dad took the puppy out, did he go pee or poop, then guess what? There's more chances of having potty accidents. So I know it seems silly, right? But when you really think about it, it's going to save you in the long run, because no matter, like I have a lot of people in this house, like how do we keep track of, did the dog go poop? Did the dog go poop? Did the dog go poop? If you write it down, you know. All right? Okay. Expect everything, and I mean everything, in your puppy's reach to be chewed, eaten, swallowed, and destroyed. Everything. Cables, cords, everything they can get their hands on. They will eat it if they can. If it's not attached to a wall, they will do it. So you want a puppy proof.
It's still attached to a wall.
Oh yeah, or even if it is attached to a wall. Simba ate one of our big puppy pens when I took the pen off and I left the mount on the wall. Now he's older, he's not a puppy. But he chewed the whole mount off of the wall. Why? He was bored. Why would he be bored? I don't know, but he was bored. So just know, they will get into things. You want a puppy proof. You need to get down to their level, right? And see anything and everything that they can get their hands on, or their mouth on, their paws on, because they will eat it. And I'll get into that a little bit more here in a minute with some things that you guys can do to plan ahead.
Really quick, can I announce winners?
Sure. We have 2 masks going to you guys. Alexis has picked the winners.
For our new person, Yvonne.
Oh.
And for our super chat or super sticker is Emily Miller.
Oh, congratulations, Yvonne and Emily. Okay, so I will email you guys probably tomorrow a code, and that'll, oh no, I'm not even going to do that because these aren't on the website. I forgot, these aren't on the website. Okay, so I will send send both of you guys an email just to confirm your address, and we'll get these off to you guys. Congratulations. All right. Keep going?
Yep.
Okay.
No questions.
Oh, thank goodness. Yay!
Emily's on. Yay!
Congrats. Hey guys, do me a favor. If you haven't already, take a second and hit that thumbs up. Lex, how many people have hit that thumbs up?
60.
All right, good job, guys. How many people are on?
Currently 69.
Okay, that's good. I'm happy. Thank you. All right, moving on. See, we got to keep going. You should expect lots of teething, right? So you need to have lots of different things for your puppy to chew on because they get bored easily. We talk about that a lot. They get bored of the same toys, the same bones, the same bed, the same everything. So switch it up. Don't give them everything that you bought for your new puppy the first day. Give them a few, and then switch it out and give them a few, because the less bored they are, the more they're going to chew on those things, and the less destructive they're going to be with your household things. Okay?
Real quick,
Yes.
we have one question.
Okay.
Do you ship to Canada?
We don't ship to Canada. We do sail to Canada. However, anyone that lives in Canada has to drive over to the neighboring states and pick up at one of the major airports. So whether it be New York or Washington or down in the middle somewhere.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, so I think I did talk about this a little bit. Expect and anticipate for your puppy to climb or escape or squeeze through even the smallest of puppy gates, because they are pretty small, especially the people getting Naomi. She just barely stopped fitting through the puppy gate. That is really small. It's like not even 2 inches, but she's really small and she could squeeze through. Expect them to climb. Expect them to get out. Okay, so you guys need to plan ahead for all of that stuff. Know the size of your puppy and the size of the pens and the fencing. Because what I used to buy was for toddlers. Well, what I found was the ones for toddlers have wider gaps because why? Little kids can't squeeze through there. Puppies can. So now I only get the ones made for puppies because they have a lot smaller gap. And even then, sometimes they can still fit through. Okay. Last thing on it, what to expect is the best thing. You guys can expect to have a new best friend, the best companion in the world, and somebody to love you and to give you so many love, kisses, hugs, everything. Like, they're going to be your best friend for hopefully the next 15 plus years. So I hope you guys look forward to that, right? And appreciate it, because something that we kind of take for granted as dog breeders is how much love and affection they really want to give us. So that was the last thing for my expectations. And now I wanted to jump into a few things. If you don't have a question, Lex, I'm going to keep going.
Keep going.
Hey, that is my toe. No. Okay, so next I want to talk about how you guys can prepare in advance, what you guys can do, so that way when you do pick up your puppy, you are ready. You should read and watch as many videos and books about dogs and puppies and raising a puppy in advance. So a lot of you guys are pretty new to the waiting list. You have plenty of time, right? You have plenty of time to get prepared and read. So do as much as you can. It doesn't have to be breed specific. Raising a puppy is raising a puppy, whether it's a Chihuahua or a Husky or a Klee Kai or a German Shepherd. They're still puppies, and they still require a lot of the same things. And the technique's all the same, regardless of the breed. You got an itch? You got an itch? Huh? You got an itch? Okay. Make sure that you guys have all of your supplies in advance. Like, not the day before, right? But a week before. Why? Because you can order stuff on Amazon and then you don't open the box and you get it and it's wrong. It doesn't fit, or it's the wrong size, or whatever it is. So plan in advance and make sure you guys have everything well in advance.
I have a question.
Okay.
Have you noticed an increase of people on the wait list not being able to take puppies, declining puppies since COVID?
No, I mean, we have seen some. but not a whole lot. And maybe they just don't tell me that that's their reason either. So I don't know for sure, but we have seen a few who say they can't because they can't have their puppy shipped. But I will say the people that are getting Naomi, that was just awarded her a few days ago, they're flying all the way from New York. 2 of them. So they booked their stuff and they'll be here this weekend. So most people are at a point in their life where they've waited a while for their puppy and they're going to do whatever they have to do to get that puppy.
That was
You're a goofball.
That was cute.
You're a goofball, Nike. All right, I'm going to keep going.
Go for it.
You want to install your puppy gates, your puppy pens ahead of time. So get all of that done so that way whenever you do bring your puppy home, you don't have to fuss with all of that stuff. You can already confine them in an area. The last thing you want to do is have a puppy home and then you're over here trying to install a gate or it doesn't fit or they squeeze right through it, that type of thing. So be prepared with all of that stuff ahead of time. You want to check your yard. If you have a backyard, make sure that you are checking your fence line underneath. Make sure there's no gaps, no holes. A lot of this seems like really common sense stuff, but a lot of times some of those things get overlooked or forgotten because we're so worried about shopping for all of the new fun stuff that we're going to have for our puppy. And then we forget, oh boy, we didn't check the yard, or maybe you haven't had a dog for a while, or maybe the neighbors have a dog and they've been digging underneath it. So you want to check all of that. Remember, when you take your puppy home, they're probably going to be 5 pounds or less. So that's really, really small and they can fit in tiny spaces. Okay, so one thing that will be very helpful is to set up, if you have a front door and a back door, depending on if you're taking your puppy out the front or out the back to go potty or both, you should have a little, either a little tub or a little rolly cart drawer, something that you guys can put your poop bags, your leash, your collar, everything that you're going to need to run out the door with that puppy to go potty. So if it's raining season, you know, whatever it is that you need, whether it's your coat, your car keys, your house keys, all of that stuff right there, because in a second, this puppy is going to have to go potty. And I'm telling you, we do it all the time. Run! And you run out the door with the puppy real fast because you are trying to prevent an accident. And so it is a lot easier, especially if it's 1 o'clock in the morning that your puppy is waking up to go potty and you have to take them out. If you don't have your stuff at the door and you're cold or it's windy or it's raining or what have you, or it's dark and you don't have a flashlight, you're going to be scrambling. And by then, that puppy is going to potty somewhere. So plan ahead and have all of that stuff set. We always have extra leashes, always have extra collars. One thing that you guys can do to help, especially in the middle of the night or if you're in a hurry to take your puppy out, is to either have a martingale style leash, which I'm going to show you, because this is going to make it a lot easier. You don't have to fuss with trying to put a hook on your puppy's collar. And maybe you don't even have your puppy sleeping with their leash or their collar because they're so little. But this is a martingale style leash. So really it's a slip. All you do is you slip this over their neck. And so if you have one at the front door and you have one at the back door, it's super easy and you don't have to fuss with hanging.
She's like, what did you just put on me?
You don't have to worry about trying to hook everything on. Okay, so if you can, get one of these. If you can't find this, then just when you go to the vets,
Steal one of these.
ask them for one of these. The vets give these all the time. Okay, it's the same concept. It's just thicker and uglier, but it'll do the job. Same thing. Okay, so you want to be able to do it quick. All right. Now, let's see. Hi, baby. Let's see what else we got here. Have lots of new toys, different toys. We talked about that a little bit because they're going to get bored. Have extra leashes. Not only because you need them in the front, in the back, in the car, all over the place, but also because you forget to put it away and they eat them. We go through a lot of leashes because of that. They chew on them all the time. Okay? Let's see. All right. The day before you get your puppy, feel lots of rest. You guys are going to be up and up for a couple of days once you bring your puppy home. So make sure you're well rested the day you pick up your puppy. Another thing that's going to be very, very helpful is you don't want to have to get your puppy come home and start cleaning your house or doing your chores. So make sure that your laundry is done for the week. Make sure your house is clean for the week, or whatever you normally do on that weekend or on that day, it's done the day before, 2 days before. That way you don't have to do anything but love and play and enjoy this new puppy that you have. Take time off of work. So, what are you laughing at over there?
I just took a video of Ethan and he didn't notice.
You want to take time off of work, or at least, if you can, make sure you get your puppy on the weekend or days that you're off already, so that you don't come home, bring your puppy, and you have to go right to work the next day. The worst thing you could do for a puppy is leave it home alone all day the first few days. It's going to, for one, take longer for your puppy and you to bond. It's going to be harder for you to potty train your puppy and learn their schedule if you're gone all the time. If you guys are not able to take time off, then do your best to spend as much time learning your puppy's schedule as you can, and try to find somebody else to come in and help you at least once a day for at least a few weeks, so that way you guys can get your puppy on a potty training schedule and they don't have accidents in the house.
I have a couple more questions.
Okay, go ahead.
Jeremy said, I was kind of surprised that Athena is already starting to dig. Is digging common with this breed?
Oh, it's common with every breed. Yes, it's common. We have artificial grass in the big play area, so the little puppies, they don't really get to experience the other part of the yard very often. But yes, digging is a big thing. Sorry.
Can I get an Alaskan Klee Kai if I've never owned a dog/puppy?
I mean, anybody could get a Klee Kai. It's not specific to any type of person, whether you've had puppies or pets before or not. We just suggest that if this is your first pet, that you learn as much as you can, and that you understand they're a stubborn breed and they're a needy breed. So if you've never had a pet before, you need to understand, like, your life is changing. Your whole world is changing. It is no longer about you. It is now about them.
Can I get a puppy if I'm located in Australia? Do you ship to Australia?
I do not ship to Australia. I have in the past, and I do know of a breeder in Australia. So if you are interested in the breed, you can email me. Alexis, can you put my email address up there?
Sure
You can email me, and I can give you that information. But I do not ship to Australia anymore because, for one, it's very, very expensive, very time-consuming, and the puppies cannot leave until they're over 6 months old. Okay.
Paternity leave.
Yes.
And then Catherine
yes.
said, how long do you recommend taking time off? I'm debating between 1 to 2 weeks.
Oh, I mean, it depends. Okay, I think 1 week is probably fine. However, if you have the time and you could do 2 weeks, do 2 weeks. But, Catherine, and all of you, do not make the mistake of you're home for 2 weeks and you never leave your puppy home alone. It is very, very important. I can't stress this enough, guys. You must give your puppy alone time every day. Every day. What's going to happen is, if you are home for a week or 2 weeks with your puppy 24/7, and then you go back to work, you are going to have major separation anxiety in this new puppy. Because now you've taught them for 2 weeks. You are there all the time. And then you go from all the time to gone for 8 to 10 hours a day. Okay? That's a really good tip.
Do they eat grain-free kibbles? What do they need for grooming?
No, we do not feed grain-free. We don't recommend grain-free. Our vets don't recommend grain-free. There was a big hype a few years back about grain-free. Everybody switched to grain-free. It's just like gluten-free, and humans, we have all these different phases that the society goes through. do not feed grain-free. It causes, or at least there are studies that have said now that is linked to causing heart problems in dogs. So we do not feed grain-free. And what do they need for grooming? There's a whole video that I did on grooming. There's actually a few live streams we did on grooming, and we've talked about supplies. And so I would recommend you go back to those videos if you can, because we've gone through a ton of stuff, and there's links and everything to those videos with all of the supplies.
Ashley said, do you ever relax and take a break?
Yeah, from midnight to 5 a.m.
How many hours a day do puppies need alone time?
I would say if you can give them at least 2 to 3 different times, okay, of at least an hour at a time. Now you could start off slow, okay, so you can start off with 10-15 minutes multiple times a day, because at first they're going to cry, they're not used to their crate, they're not used to their X pen, and you can work your way up. But after a week or so, you should be able to leave your puppy home alone for 2-4 hours at a time if you work yourself up. But in the very beginning, start off with 15 minutes. If they do great, fine. Keep going, keep going. Hey, don't bite. What happened, Mommy? Did he bite you?
Carry on.
Okay, I'm going.
Also, just so you know, it's 7:30.
Okay. Hey, we're doing good. We're doing good. I'm almost done. I made a lot of notes for you guys. Let's see. Clean the house, do the chores. I did that. Take time off of work. Book your puppy's vet appointment. So if you know you're picking your puppy up on Friday, let's just say, call and make sure your puppy has a vet appointment at least 1 to 2 weeks after that, and depending on your breeder, okay, we give our shots at right before 8 weeks old. So they're ready for their next set of shots 2 to 3 weeks after that. The reason I say to make sure you book your vet appointment, it is good to get a wellness checkup for your puppy. So after you get your puppy, try to get them into the vets like 3 to 5 days after that. But know that they probably won't need their next set of shots for 2 to 3 weeks from after you pick up your puppy. However, nowadays, everybody's trying to get a puppy, whether it's from the pound, any breed they can. They're trying to get a dog, and you can't get into the vets. No one can get into the vets. We had to go do rabies at Petco. We couldn't get in. So, and we're breeders, and we can't get in. So just be prepared that especially nowadays in this crazy world, you can't get appointments. Book it now. All right. That is all my tips. That's all I have on that. Of course, I'm going to talk about a few other things, but before I do that,
Lindsay has a question.
I was just going to say, before I do that, do we have any other questions?
Lindsay said, can you recommend a new slicker brush with the rubber ends, because the one on your list has been unavailable forever?
I will tell you guys, I don't go and double check all those links. I don't have time of the day. But I can look, Lindsay. The thing is this. I'm recommending things that either I've used or I have. I put them from Amazon a lot of times because it's easy and convenient. Not everybody has all of the stores that we have, right, depending on where you're at. But if you go to Petco and you look at their brushes, maybe you want to order it on Amazon, then you just want to find one that has the little rubber tips. So read the reviews. Look on there to see. You can scroll over the picture and make it big to see. If it doesn't have those rubber tips, don't get it. But I will do my best to try to update it. All I'm going to do is what I just told you, because if mine's no longer available, I just have to go do some research. Okay.
Catherine said, thank you. This is great info.
You're welcome. Hopefully I'm not boring you guys, because I know I'm doing a lot of talking today. Are we good? Can I keep going? Yep. Okay, so a couple of things. One of the things on my list was Aggie. She's getting really close. She definitely is going to have puppies soon. She's throwing up her food. So that's one of the first signs, like they either stop eating or they're very, very slow to eat. If she eats too much, then she's throwing up. So she's not doing a lot of nesting yet. Her first due date is Saturday. And so we're on Thursday already. Oh, a couple days. So she should have puppies soon. And of course, we did ultrasound. So remember, we saw 2, possibly 3. So we'll see. She's not small. She looks pretty good size. So I think there's probably 3 in there. We just recently did an x-ray on Kiara. Okay. So Kiara is a red and white. We talked about it this last Monday when we went live on a surprise. Ethan's
Back upstairs.
back upstairs again. And so we saw, I was hoping to be able to post the video and share it with you guys, but I just don't have enough time. So I'm just going to tell you. We saw heartbeats. We saw babies. 3, maybe 4. Maybe 4. 3 for sure. Like, I was able to move it, thank you to Natasha, because Natasha taught us a lot on how to do the ultrasound without seeing the same puppy over and over and counting it. Hopefully I learned. But I think there's 3, maybe 4. She was bred to Trout. Trout has the red gene. I know Sandy's going to ask me. Trout has the red gene. Kiara is red. They can give us red puppies. So we can get reds. We can get grays. We can get whites. Yes, I bred her to a dog intentionally that could get whites. So I know that we could get whites, but I bred those 2 together before and I got really nice puppies. So I'm willing to take that chance. And so she is not due for about a month. We have a little bit of time, 3 weeks. I think a little over 3 weeks. But we'll see what happens there.
Quick question.
Yes.
What size is most popular?
Most popular for people that ask for it?
Which size is most popular? Probably.
It's probably. There is no answer to that. Every day is a new day. Not everybody has the same desires. And so sometimes we get a lot of people wanting the tiny ones, then sometimes we have a lot of people wanting the larger ones because they're very active and they want their dog to be sturdy and hiking and all of that stuff. So it's never the same. From month to month, it's going to be different. I don't have a good answer.
Will we pick a name for Nadia tonight? I still love Ella. I haven't picked. I think that's going to have to be a family decision.
Yeah, it'll have to be a family thing. So we won't pick. But I think Alexis has a list going, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ella is cute. And it's funny too, because like, I wasn't really thinking when we named Nova, but she's with an N and then Nala. So it's like Nala, Nova, Roo, Simba. It's crazy. So we have to kind of think of that too. But I'm not sure. But we don't have T's. So Taz, well, we have Trout, but we don't have a lot of T's. So Taz is going to be cute. I might have to make a Tasmanian Klee Kai shirt.
Sandy said, wow, let's hope for a boy. And then Emily said, you said Simba and Cassie, I think. Is Cassie the pretty gray and white you showed us in the pictures of?
No, that it's Sassy with an S. So she's red. She's red and white. And
oh, Sandy, they could get reds too.
Yeah, they could get reds too. We could get, I mean, there's like, we can get reds with a lot of dogs. We just don't always get them. But yeah, they could get reds too. I mean, the more puppies that keep getting offered, the better, because Sandy's moving up that list. So next I wanted to talk about, we have, I don't know, for those of you guys who don't know, but Michelle that owns Klaus, he is the father to Aggie's puppies. And we just found out the other day, Klaus's mom is Khaleesi, and Khaleesi is co-owned. Khaleesi doesn't live here. She lives with a wonderful, wonderful family and locally here, about 30 minutes away. And we bred her to Simba the day after we bred Aggie. So I reached out to Brianna the other day and I'm like, hey, how's Khaleesi? Did she conceive? And she said, oh yeah, she's getting fat. So Khaleesi's coming home tomorrow because I need more dogs. So Khaleesi has, we don't know how many because she doesn't live here, but she is definitely pregnant. No, Mr. No. And like I said, Khaleesi is Klaus's mom. Klaus is a very light gray and white, looks almost identical to Simba. So it's kind of funny because Klaus is going to be a first-time daddy, and his mom is going to have puppies. Probably her first due date Sunday. So sometime this weekend. So surprise! We have 4 puppies coming.
3 red moms in a row.
Huh?
3 red moms in a row.
What are you talking about?
So somebody said. Steven. Well, so far
No.
2. It's 2.
Yeah, it's 2. Khaleesi,
But they're thinking sassy also.
Oh
'Cause
yeah, she'll
we
be
have
later though. She'll be later. Yeah, and Khaleesi is gray and white. And Khaleesi is a standard, and she was bred to Simba, who is a standard gray and white. And Khaleesi is the mommy to Klaus. Fingers crossed we get light grays. Can you tell I'm trying to get light grays?
Surprise puppies.
Surprise! So when she gets here, we'll still try to ultrasound her, just so we can see. But the most she's given us is 3. And her very first litter was on Christmas, and Brianna was here, and we had to run to the emergency. And on the way to the emergency, my husband's driving, Brianna's in the passenger, and I'm in the very back of the Yukon with the dog, trying to get this puppy out because it's stuck. And we drove like, I don't know, maybe 2 miles. And I'm like, okay, you guys can turn around. Puppy came out. That's the story of my life. All right, that's all I got for you guys. So now I'll answer questions, or we'll just let everybody sleep.
All right. How long are
Oh,
you?
I need to go. Sorry, you can answer questions, but I need to go. They want to see Dakota's puppies. I almost forgot.
Okay, hang on. I have 2 questions.
Okay.
We're gonna wait
Okay.
a second. How long are people usually on the wait list?
Well, when we talk usually, that would be past tense. So in the past, it was usually around 6 months or less, unless they were very, very specific, or unless they weren't ready. Then they could wait however long they wanted to. But usually, if you were pretty active on the list, you could get a puppy in 6 months or less. Now, that ain't happening for about 18 months. So, but that's for new people. Right now, I will tell you, anybody who's getting a puppy right now has been on the list for 6 months or longer. And a lot of it, like the people getting Naomi, for a perfect example, they have been on our list for over a year and a half. But they kind of fell off the face of the planet and then came back and was like, oh yeah, I think we're ready now. So that does happen. And when that happens, then they stay where they were on the list. But again, it was their choice. And then the people that are getting Ocean got on the list in January.
Okay. How long for the buff color to turn into a gray?
Usually when they blow that puppy fuzz, which is between 3.5 to 4 months old. I'm listening. I'm just picking this stuff up.
Khaleesi's puppies will be up for adoption to us.
Yeah. So whatever puppies she has, they're born here, they're raised here, and they'll be offered here. Now, this is Khaleesi's last litter. She is not going to have any more puppies. And I'm picking this up because I'm going to move and I don't want them to get into that. So this is going to be her last litter. And depending on what she has, we'll see. I don't know. I don't plan to keep one, but we'll see. It'll depend on what Klaus does for us, because that's going to continue that line for us, and then what she ends up giving us. I don't expect a lot of puppies out of her, but they are my puppies. They will stay here. They will be raised here. They'll be offered to you guys if I don't keep one. I can't keep everybody though.
When are you probably going to keep another puppy in the future? Right after you said that.
So a lot of it depends on the genes. So like if I know I'm retiring something, then I need to try to continue those lines. That's what's going on with little Oakley, right? I am retiring his daddy, and so I need to continue that line. And that's why you have to keep certain dogs. And then with Siggy, I don't need to keep her, which is Nadia, but I want to keep her because I love that line and I love the personalities and I love that look of Rue. And so I was like, we gotta keep one. And it was a good one to keep because there were 6 puppies. There was still plenty to offer. But then there's this Taz boy. He's crazy. Okay. Can I?
Real quick, Lindsay just asked, when is Khaleesi due?
Sunday. So she was bred the day after Aggie. Aggie's first due date is Saturday. Khaleesi's first due date is Sunday. So who knows, guys? Next week, we might have 2 new litters to share with you guys.
Tanya said Taz, not Oakley.
I know, it's Taz now. You little Tasmanian devil, you. Yeah, that's you. Can I go see Dakota's puppies now?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try to talk. Oh, we don't have the sound over there.
I can go move it. I have it right here. Oh, you know what?
Is it not on the long cord?
I don't think it's on the long cord. No, it's not.
Okay, I'm going to spin that over there. If I just spin this, I'll just talk loud. There's no sound plugged in over there, but it's literally right here. So I'm going to try to talk loud for you guys. Okay?
More loud?
Alexa said I'm loud, is what she said. She's not very nice. All right, let's go see Koda's babies. Stay. You guys gotta stay.
Perfect.
No, Taz boy. Stay. 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 Okay. You said the kids.
I feel like I can't talk very loud because it's facing me.
It's fine. I don't think they're gonna be able to hear me very well at all. But is that loud? Is the sound as high as it can go?
Yes, it is.
Okay. What if I do this? Maybe that'll help. All right.
Maybe.
Maybe I just turn the lighting. Okay. One day we're gonna do a behind the scenes so you guys can see this craziness we got going on.
You did what now?
I hit the camera. All right, let's see. I'm gonna turn this light on so you guys, this camera's gonna get all shaky. Sorry. All right, we have 5 girls, right? 5 girls, guys. And I'm gonna put them up. I'm gonna top here. All right, so we have a black and white girl there. Okay.
Hey!
What's wrong? What are you doing?
Nike got scared by Nala.
And I already know what you guys are thinking. Oh my gosh, they're blue. Yes. Look at those eyes. Okay, that's girl number 2. Now they're all pink. Everybody waking up to pee. Everybody. Your mom's not in here. And girl number 3. This is the only one that has the split mask. What's on your face?
Oh my god, Nike!
Who is that?
Nike! Nala's standing. He's terrified.
Nike's scared.
For no reason.
Okay. Now one of the reds. This is the bigger of the reds. Okay. There's another red that's smaller. And the very last one. Okay, this is the tiny one. Tiny, tiny, tiny. She's the smallest one out of everybody. Because I don't like it like that. Come on. I'm going to show you. I'm going to compare right now. Okay. So here's the 2 reds. Let's see. My difference in the head and the muzzle? Hopefully. Okay. Look at how little right here is. Very little. Just tiny compared to this one. Okay. And then, oh my gosh. They're eating my shoelaces already. And then the two black and whites that are almost identical in markings we have here. She likes them. Like to be carried that way. Okay. And then the one, remember we talked about the split. So this one is the only one that has a line going down the nose bar. See that? That's the babies. So I'm going to go back over now because I don't even know how good you guys can hear me.
I think they can hear you.
Hopefully.
Catherine said so little whenever you were talking about the little tiny red.
Yep, she's little. Okay. Why? What's she doing? What's the matter? Was you being a good girl?
Nala was being so good, and all she did was walk up to the gate, and Nike just started screaming.
What time is it?
It is 7:51.
Oh my God. Well, that was perfect timing. I think that is the record for the fastest that the day's gone by. I'm just pulling this down a little so you can hear me. All right.
Yes, they can hear you.
Oh, good. I was kind of yelling.
Well, now you're right at the microphone.
I'm sorry,
You were screaming.
I was talking low.
No, you were
I wasn't screaming. Hi, Mama. Hi, the babies. Hi, the babies. So those are the puppies that are, I don't know, almost 3 weeks old. I don't remember.
Emily said, "I've fallen in love 8 bajillion times. Here we go again."
I know. I'm sure you guys could see how blue their eyes are. So I'm not sure yet if there's Nike, the biggest one, is terrified, and Taz is over here beating her up. One thing that I've said before, and maybe I haven't said in a while, the red Klee Kai are always spazzy, dominant, and insane. They're crazy. Always. Just so you know. Sandy, you want a red. I'm telling you what you're going to get. But anyways, the Dakota's puppies, they do have a lot of blue in their eyes. I don't know if there's party eyes yet, and I won't know until they're a little older. But we definitely see a lot of blue. And I did expect to see a lot of blue because Zeus is very strong in blue eyes. And Dakota is not just a party eye, but for the most part, she's got a lot of blue. So we'll see. I won't be keeping one. As much as I would love to keep a Zeus puppy, I needed a boy from him. Okay, any questions?
Fabiana said, "I wanted to watch the stream on the couch. My dad wanted to watch the stream on the floor, so we compromised and watched the stream on our floor."
Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one on the floor.
That's a great compromise. Perfect. That's awesome.
What were you doing? You're so crazy. And did you guys see how gentle Nala is? Like, she literally could just pounce on him. But she's so loving, so gentle, and lets him be crazy. You little crazy Taz. Huh.
Are you getting a lot of people on your wait list because you're the only one in your neighborhood?
Well, I don't sell dogs in Riverside. Like, very, very rare that I sell a dog here locally. It is in California, a lot of them, not everybody, but a lot of them are in California. But I think it's just a combination of the pandemic and people all trying to get a puppy, the breed becoming more popular, and people are aware of them when they weren't before. I will say I'm shutting my waiting list down at the end of the month. I'm not going to be taking any more people on the waiting list. It's just gotten out of control, and I won't be able to supply everybody with the puppies, so there's no sense in adding more people.
Liza said, what color did Nitro's eyes turn out?
He still has a party. Oops, sorry, baby girl. He still has a party, and let's see. Can you see it? Let's see if you guys can see it. We'll come up and see. Hopefully I can get it to focus since I'm not wearing a shirt that has rhinestones. So it is whistle.
It's not focused.
Still not?
No. Focused on you and the eyes in the background.
Oh, okay, let me do this.
Perfect. Oh, that's perfect. His ears look huge.
He's looking at the TV. So can they see the party?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
totally see it.
that eye's party. Hey, I think I just realized what I have to do. I have to block the picture.
He needs to come up a little bit. It unfocused. That's too close.
I thought you said up.
Yeah.
Up, not close. Got
Correct.
it. Well, you guys got it. You saw it, right?
Yeah, they saw it. It was really good.
Okay, good. So, yeah, he still has a party.
Aww.
Since they're all wanting to look at the TV, this is night.
Christine said that's our boy.
Aww. And then Naomi. Is it focused?
Yeah. Man, when it focuses, you can see their eyes so good.
She's looking at the... Hey, good boy, Nike. Nike just went potty in the litter box. If you guys are getting one of these puppies, they are very, very good in the litter box. This is Nemo.
Hey.
Yeah.
You're kind of taking up my questions.
What?
my questions, and I don't want to interrupt you.
Okay, go for it.
Emily said, "Oh, that's interesting. Any difference in other colors and personalities with the reds and how they're always feisty?"
Just the reds. Just the reds. Well.
And then Josh said, "Maybe I don't want a red anymore." Ha ha ha. Can you put on your website the lines of your dogs?
I will not put the pedigrees and lines of my dogs on there because I will tell you why. There are a lot of scam artists out there who will lie and steal and cheat, and they will take information and pretend it's theirs and steal people's money. So I won't. But I do plan sometime, once all these puppies go home, if I ever stop having puppies for a month, that would be great. I would have a lot more time. Is that everybody? I think so.
Eric Sawyer said, "I have to say, if you like attention, get a Klee Kai. Everywhere you go, every single person stops you to ask questions and say how beautiful your dog is."
Yes, very true. Very, very true. They do attract a lot of attention and a lot of questions. It's crazy because they attract a lot of attention, but sometimes you don't want that attention, and sometimes you're just wanting to walk your dog, and you can't just walk your dog. So there are times we ignore, like we just pretend like we didn't hear people because it's overwhelming sometimes. So, yeah.
Tanya asked, "Are party eyes ever in both eyes?"
Yes, actually they can be in both eyes, and we have seen them in both eyes. But sometimes they don't stay a party eye. And even Nitro's eye right now is party, but it doesn't mean it's going to stay a party eye. So it could change.
Lindsay said, "Naomi is so cute," and then she said, "We pretend like there hasn't been a cute puppy." Very true.
Yeah. Hi, babies. Hi. Oh, you know what? I don't think I put Nike up there.
Yeah,
No?
I think so.
I did not. I know I didn't. And I don't know if his family's on here, but I got to bring him up.
I'm pretty sure you did.
No, he was the first one. I mean, he was not. I did Nitro and then I did Night. I did not. Yeah.
I don't know. I thought you did.
I didn't.
It's focused on you.
Why? I'm not even there.
There you go.
You gotta look, buddy. Ouch, I'm getting bit. I'm getting bit.
Good boy.
Okay, sorry if Nike's family's here. I'm sorry. I think I forgot. Okay, I bet you it's past 8 o'clock.
It's perfectly 8 o'clock.
It is?
Yeah. Sandy said, maybe I want a girl. I tried to just wear headphones while running with my late Klee Kai, and I was still stopped.
Yes.
He said.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well,
Yvonne's asked, what's a party eye?
Oh, okay, Yvonne. A party eye is where an eye has 2 colors. So little Nitro, I'm sure it probably isn't focusing now.
It is.
But his eye has 2 different colors in the same eye. And so that is considered a party eye.
No, it's not. As soon as he's looking.
No.
Oi.
Wait. Back up a little bit. No. I don't know why. You can kind of see it though. When he's, even though it's blurry, you can kind of see it.
You know, this is a $2,000 camera setup. You would think it would focus.
It's focusing on the puppies on the ground.
Why?
Oh, right there. Don't move. You can see his party eye really good. Thank you, Jocelyn, for the sticker.
Thank you, Jocelyn. All right, so that is a party eye. And so Klee Kai and Huskies can have party eyes where you can see there's 2 colors. Now, it can change, though. It can go all one color, all the other color, or just expand in the 2 colors and be like even half and half. So there's a lot of things that it can do over time. And party eyes can change for months and months and months. So there's no promise on party eyes of what they'll turn out to be. But as of right now, Nitro still has a party eye. All right. I don't know. I guess it's past 8, so we should probably call it a night. Because I want to eat dinner.
I know, I'm hungry. Okay.
I'm going to grab some puppies. Hi, baby. Hi. Who's going to come say goodbye? Are you going to come say goodbye? Are you going to come say goodbye? Are you going to come say goodbye? All right. We always do this every week. So we're going to do it again. Hopefully it'll focus on on them and not me. All right. Thank you guys for the support and the love. Thank you for showing up every Thursday and for subscribing to our channel and asking all of the questions, for all of your super stickers. Until next time, bye.